everyone, this is Sylvia Skunk here, and today I'm going to be talking about my fursuit experiences with this one right here. What's going on? Oh dear. Is my fur all weird up here? What the heck? I don't know, she needs to be brushed. So Sylvia was my first fursuit, and yeah, she was quite an experience to make. So I thought, let's make a video about that. I think I'm going to make this about maybe 2 parts because I don't feel like getting into full suit right now. And I have a lot to say because it's my personal experience. So there's a lot of information I have that I went through to make this thing. But it was fun. But some parts were frustrating, and I'm going to tell you about those times today. Also, I want to throw this in. Because I ask for suggestions all the time, if you follow my Instagram, you know that sometimes I ask what I should do. This isn't, well, 1, I don't have many ideas, and 2, I really want to I want to make videos that people will actually watch and I know people actually want to see. I don't want to just make videos and then no one cares about them because then there's like no point to uploading them to YouTube. So I just wanted to throw that in there. So, yeah. This is going to be 2 parts because I don't like to edit all day for like a 28-minute video that it takes a long time, okay? So, spacing it out is probably better for me and probably you because then it's not so long. So there, yeah. Anyway, let's just get on to my experiences I had while making Sylvia. This was the first thing that came to mind whenever I thought about making Sylvia. The hot glue incident. When you make a fursuit, you have to make a foam base first. You can't just put fur on your face. It doesn't hold shape very well. But I had to make the foam base. And while I was gluing it together, all the pieces, I was like holding my glue gun, kind of like just holding it because I was trying to get the pieces to stick together. And I felt the glue gun kind of like I felt it kind of lighten up a bit, which sounds weird, but I did. And I knew that it dripped glue. And I knew at that point that there was no stopping it. I just thought, oh shit, here we go, this is gonna be painful. It like dripped on my calf, like knee area. And that was painful as hell. Because when hot glue drips on you, you can't really do anything until it sets. So it was just kind of there, burning my leg off. It was pretty fun. It hurt really bad. Yeah. Basically, always be aware of where you're holding your glue gun. Oh wait, I think I was using a hot glue gun that was older or more industrial, so it was using more glue for some reason. I have a better one now. But yeah, I think that's why it dripped. It would just constantly come out. It was weird. So I burnt my leg. But it was worth it. It was fine. I'm not mad. It's cool. I didn't have one of those, like, I don't know, knives, those electric knives that you cut turkeys with, because that's what you're supposed to use, I guess. I have one now. I used it with Void. It's so much better. But I didn't have one of those. So I used scissors on Sylvia's muzzle and cheeks and all that. I did this all outside, so I didn't like kill my parrot with the glue fumes. But I did her entire base with scissors. And holy crap, did that take a long time. I was always wondering why Void took so much less time than Sylvia. One, I have more experience, probably. And two, I actually have the right tools now. Because scissors... I'm not kidding, I think I was cutting it for like all day. I don't... like hours of just trying to get the right shape. My hand was so red after that. It was pretty bad. It hurt really bad, actually. Now, the first time with making eyes. These eyes right here. I don't know if you can see them. Yeah, they're a little off. I noticed like one looks like it's like squinting and the other one isn't. But that's not even what I'm going to talk about. I mean, that's an issue, but the eyes, the way I painted them, they were like, I didn't really know how to do it. So they're there, but they just kept bleeding. And I actually had to make 3 eyes because one of them I completely messed up. So that was pretty hard for the first time. But yeah, that's my life right there. My eyes are bleeding. Wowza. This is something you probably don't notice about my suit very often. I have claws, but I sewed them really stupid. I understand that. But there's a story about this. I cut the claws out of vinyl just by eyeballing it because I didn't have a pattern for it or anything. I just kind of did it. And I noticed I made them like way too small at first. So I was mad that I had to throw them away and get new ones. Cause I'm all about like saving stuff. And I was like, oh my god, I'm wasting fabric because I did something stupid. I hate when I mess up like that. It sucks. So I had to cut out 8 more claws. So I went downstairs to my sewing machine. I had the claws. I had 7 of them. And I could not find the 8th one. And I was pissed to all hell because I was like, I swear I cut out 8. And I went digging through the garbage because I'm like, I know I had another one. And I couldn't find it. And I had scissors. This is really bad, but I was actually like so mad. Now, I don't usually get this mad like around people. So really only my parents, I think, have saw me this freaking angry. I mean, they were all downstairs. I had scissors. So it was actually to the point of anger where I thought about slitting my wrist because I was so pissed off and I felt like such a failure because I couldn't goddamn do anything right. I am very sorry for that, but that's really how I felt in this moment because I am such... Whenever I'm working on something and something doesn't work, I am just such a tiny ball of anger. Like, you might think, oh, it's so cute if you're angry and you're short. No, it wasn't. It was not good. It's like the point of anger where you're just screaming about everything. And you're insulting everything. You're insulting yourself. You hate yourself so much. Yeah, that's the point I was at. So I come back here in my room. And it's laying right here on the floor. And I'm like, oh, God forbid. I was so upset with myself. But those are actually the claws that I used. So it's a bit of a backstory to these things that you don't even notice. So, yeah. that's the story behind my claws here. Pretty fun. Okay, so again with the paws, I tried to put lining in these, but now I just use stuffing in the fingers because, I mean, I tried to put lining in, but they didn't really work very well. And I don't know, I sewed them stupid or something. I'm actually, for the sake of this video, just going to show you what they look like because, why not? I mean, I don't use them, but I still have them, so I'll show you what they look like. This is what the lining used to look like. Well, what I made. They were kind of a waste of time. Because if you look, my fingers, I made these like way too short. Like my finger ends way down here. I was thinking about using gloves maybe in the future, so it's not just stuffing. And the thumbs are way too big, and I made the fingers too small. So, this is what they look like. They're pretty nasty. And I just thought, these are just super uncomfortable for me. So I just don't use them. They went somewhere in my room, I have no idea. Where did they go? They're officially gone forever. I'm just kidding. They were literally right behind me, but because of my fursuit, I could not see them. That just goes to show how much vision you have in a fursuit. I was looking over there, I could not see what was right below me. So there you go. These things were right here. I've had so many issues with these paws. I really like how they turned out, but they were a mess the first time. Man, voids were so much easier to make because I already knew kind of how to do it. But the first ones, oh boy. They were not fun. Now, I was, making my first fursuit, so I was really excited to see what it would look like in real life, like taking my reference sheet and turning it into real life, making my character come to life. And I was so excited to see what it would look like, so I kind of rushed sewing the fingers on. Because I just wanted to get it done. And they have to be sewn inside out. So I did that. I sewed them like across, like just one time across, and then on the other side again just across. I did that. I did them on both sides, and I tried to turn them inside out. And this is when I was really, really mad again, because I was trying to flip them to look like this, and for the life of me, I could not turn them inside out without a finger coming off. There was like, it would always rip, and I was getting so frustrated with it. After like an hour or so, I think I did manage to do it, but I had to keep flipping it back inside out and re-sewing it because I was excited and I didn't do a good job. Now, with Void's paws, I did something much better. I sewed one onto the rest of the hand, and then I sewed it on the back. I went this way, and then that way, and then I knotted it really good, so it doesn't come off. So, that's what I did for Void's. And I'm just gonna say, Void's paws, they stuck together so much better than these did because I actually took my time on it. So if you're gonna make a fursuit, take your time. I cannot even say that enough. I pretty much rushed Sylvia, and there's so many things I just messed up. So take your time if you're making a fursuit. Also, about the paws, I can't tell you how many times one of the fingers started coming off again. Like sometimes they get loose and I have to re-sew them because I didn't take my time. So again, please take your time when making a fursuit. Don't rush. Make sure you do it the best you can, because it's going to just be way worse when you continue if you don't. Just take your time. Arm sleeves. These things right here. Yay. These things look really simple, right? Well, they are. Basically, you just measure your hand, or your arm, and you just sew a line. That's pretty much all it is. For some reason, I had issues with this. I cut the arm sleeves way too short at first, and I think I used the extra pieces for Sylvia's body, but I cut them way too small. Like, I couldn't even fit. It was bad. So I was like, again, I gotta cut out new ones, and I don't like to waste stuff. So I had to cut out new ones, and so I did, and that's these ones. This is the last thing I'm gonna say for this video, because again, it's getting long. I don't want it to take too much time. Again with the arm sleeves. My needle broke while doing the simplest part of a fursuit. And the reason I say it's simple is because Sylvia's arm sleeves are just black. I get that they can get more advanced than this, but for Sylvia's sake, those were like the simplest part. And while sewing them, my needle broke while I was doing that. Oh, I was so angry with that. But my sewing machine was crap also. Like, it was like some kind of learning sewing machine or whatever, and I used it for like everything. But now I'm doing these like big projects and it just wasn't working. But my grandma got me a new one, and it's much better. It actually works, because I can't tell you how many issues I've had with that sewing machine. That's probably why I had so many problems with Sylvia. That sewing machine was not the best to use for a fursuit. So, yeah. Get a good sewing machine. Because if you just get this little thing, no, it's not good. That's the end of this video. I'm gonna make a part 2 to this. So that's all the stuff that I have on, like the arm sleeves, the paws, and the head. I didn't do the tail yet, because that's kind of the lower half. And I kind of want to put all that stuff into one video. So I'll do that maybe Wednesday. I never know anymore, because sometimes I have time, sometimes I don't. I never know what I'm doing. So I'll do it next, whenever I do that. Yeah, that pretty much explains what I have on right now. But next time I'll do the tail and the body and the feet paws, so you guys can see those. Anyway, that is the end of this video, and I will see you guys next time. See ya!